Hello friends, the budget-friendly chef here. Today we're going to talk about shopping groceries and how to read labels. I'm sure this is not something explained very often, and as a chef, I feel like maybe I've just assumed that everyone knows this. So I've made this video to try to help you out. If you have questions, please comment below. We're not going to get into the details of calories and those specifics yet, but we want to understand serving size, price per unit, and how much you will need to be able to feed all of the people in your home. And hopefully this will help you see the allotted amount of food that you need to provide your family without overfeeding and overspending on food that you don't need. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive on in. Okay, so in this video, we're going to cover how to read serving sizes, how to read the barcode and the labels versus the sell labels on the actual shelf, and we're going to see the best value for your buck. If you have questions regarding any of these things that I'm discussing as we go along, please make sure you put them in the comments below, and I will answer them as quickly as possible. So what is a serving? A serving size is the exact amount recommended per person and what is in the package. So one serving means one portion for one person. In this label, you'll see that it says 4 servings per container. A serving size is 1 cup. So that means that this box specifically feeds 4 people, and each person should get 1 cup of whatever is inside this box when it is cooked. Below that, you'll see the calories and the nutrients. If that's something that you want to discuss later on and we go through and explain how this works, I can cover that. But for right now, the basics are you need to know if I have a box and it says that there's 4 servings, you know that this should feed 4 people when it's been cooked. Now, if you are a mom and you have a family of 4, you should look for a box that contains 4 servings. But if you're wanting to have some leftovers for the next day, I might get 2 boxes, meaning that one box is used for the night before, and the other box that you've already cooked can be put into the fridge and set aside for the next day's meal. If you are a couple and you only need 2 servings, you could get 1 box of this, or you could see if they have a smaller box that accommodates 2 servings. But most boxes nowadays are set up to accommodate at least 4 people, as traditionally they assume that the average family has 4 people in the household. So instead of going in and being confused about what it is that you actually need and buying several boxes, cooking them all, and then feeding them to your family, you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're serving 5 servings per person. This is the best way to control what the portion size is and what you're feeding your family, and also not overspending. Multiple brands. How do I pick one? So when I'm at the grocery store shopping, you may see multiple packages for the same item. Which one do I choose? Help, Shane. Most people don't know this, but mega companies now own multiple brands. So each brand may have a similar taste, but still contain the same items, just with one little difference. Just like when you order pizza. You know they are all pizza, but you know Domino's pizza may taste a little sweeter to you than Papa John's. We are conditioned to choose the same items that we grew up with. But so many options and choices out there, why not look at some of the cheaper suggestions? Conditioning is what keeps us stuck to a brand. But honestly, have you ever taken the time to think about the fact that dinosaur nuggets really probably taste the same as star-sized nuggets? It's not that big of a deal. It comes down to personal preference. Many of the major grocery stores are getting into the business of branding their own products. They mass produce items with cheaper ingredients, but don't be afraid of cheaper ingredients. It's not always a bad thing. They're usually using items that were deemed imperfect, like an apple with a blemish or a corn cob that wasn't deemed worthy enough to be put on display in the produce aisle. Do we need Grey Poupon, or will Hill Country Fair ground mustard suffice? Okay, Shane, we get it. They're all similar, but if they're close in price and taste, how do we choose one of these? So here is where voting with your money counts. When I purchase items, I look for thrifty prices, packaging details, and the least amount of extras. What are extras, you say? Well, have you ever opened a box and there was 30 packages of assorted stuff inside? That is what I would call extras. My goal is always to reduce my carbon footprint. I try to buy boxed and canned items as I know that they can be recycled. In the long run, I know I'm reducing the amount of waste that I'm producing, which means less garbage bags that I have to buy and less trash bill that I have to buy. Trust me, it all helps you save money in the long run. I included this graphic so you can see which mega brands own our favorite items. It's pretty crazy, huh? Voting with your money also means buying from brands that support you, your family, and your values. I won't go down that rabbit hole, but just keep in mind that these companies' CEOs endorse and support candidates and help influence our children's future. I try to pick brands that support my values and beliefs when I'm spending my money. Card memberships and brand allegiance, what does that mean? Well, I'll go ahead and use Randall's as an example. They offer a free loyalty card. This card gives us auto discounts on specific items or overstock. You can usually find great deals and maybe even earn gas points or free items. So what I suggest is setting up a basic junk email and join these card benefits. The same applies with bulk discount stores. Just keep in mind that bulk means more money, more storage space needed, and maybe items going bad before you can use them. So, Shane, what's better? Well, that's up to you, and you'll want to decide, but I find that for smaller families, the grocery store prices are actually very comparable to the big box stores that you might buy things in bulk. So how do I buy meat, and how much do I know that I need to get? Well, they say that 4 ounces of meat is great per person. So usually most meat is weighed by ounces and pounds. 1 pound equals 16 ounces, or 4 portions of 4 ounces each. I can feed 4 people on a pound. I suggest keeping a quick measurement chart on the fridge or on your grocery list when you go shopping. It helps me translate a shopping list out into the exact recipe and know exactly what it is that I need. So how do I read a label? The label on the package tells you when it was packaged, when it needs to be sold so that it can be consumed by, the exact item, the price per pound, how many pounds the package has, and the price of the weight of the package to the price per pound. So in this label, you can see that roast beef is $4.99 a pound. This package contains 0.24 of a pound, which is equivalent to 1/4 of a pound. A pound is equal to 16 ounces, and since we've already learned that 4 ounces is the accommodations for 1 person, that means you get 1/4 of a pound, or 4 ounces, or 1 portion. So you're going to multiply $4.99 by 0.24, and that gives us our total, which is $1.20. So this package costs me $1.20, and it feeds 1 person. If I know that I need to feed 4 people, I might get 4 packages of this. Or I might look and see if there's a better deal that offers 1 whole pound total with a cheaper price per pound. At the end of this, I should be able to see the cost of exactly what it will take for me to feed my group of people with the meat that is provided. So what about discount items? Every store tells their department heads that they need to discount and keep discounting items that are set to expire soon, or that they are not moving off of the shelf. Many of these stores have a specific discount or clearance section. You should ask a person in the department, like the person working at the deli, if they know where these items are placed. Sometimes you can catch a buy one get one free deal. That does mean that you need to cook one now, or freeze both of them, or freeze one, but that will allow you to stop the aging process. Just remember, you can get a great deal this way, and you don't need to eat it immediately, but you want to make sure that you either eat it or freeze it. Just remember, you can get a great deal just by asking somebody in the store if they have any special deals or if they have any items that they are soon to toss. And if you don't have a vacuum sealer, I highly suggest purchasing one, as in the long run, it will save you money. So I also included this last clip here. I got these beef loin New York strip steaks last night, and I got a package of them, and they had 6 in there, and I only needed the 4. But the price per pound was cheaper than if I bought them individually, so I bought this bulk deal knowing that I was going to cook 4 steaks, and now I've got 2 steaks set aside that I can use for something else at a later date. Hopefully, some of what I explained made some sense, and if it didn't, feel free to leave me a message or put a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe my videos, as every week I will be teaching something new in the cooking industry, or ways that we can save money on discounts, cooking discounts, all kinds of stuff. So that's another episode from The Budget Friendly Chef.